Hey guys, welcome back to another look back over New Zealand's biggest gap year, where a few years ago Robin and I did an epic adventure around New Zealand doing 365 days of 365 activities. And in this episode, day 183, we are tackling the Alps2Ocean cycle trail, or at least part of it, because it is a very long cycle trail. And join me at the end of this video where I'm going through some of the comments and questions you guys had the first time we published this video. So I'll see you at the end.
Woohoo! Today is day 183. We are halfway through New Zealand's biggest gap year and we celebrate with an epic bike ride, the Alps2Ocean. With Cycle Journeys, we just got a bike. It's actually electric mountain bike, which is quite cool. And we are ready to go to tackle the Alps2Ocean trail. Ooh. Today we are joining Tony from Cycle Journeys and we are renting some e-mountain bike. What is that, you may ask? It is a mountain bike with a battery and an electric motor, so when we're going uphill we're gonna get a little bit of help. But this whole thing makes the bike much heavier, so the beginning of the track is a bit of a doozy. As soon as we wrap up the hill, we are climbing onto the mountain bikes and start making our way through the trail. I can't believe how good those mountain bikes feel. They have all the suspensions and all the gears that you would expect on a mountain bike, and just on top of that, a little bit extra help when we go uphill. It's exactly the best of both worlds. And this whole setup makes the Alps2Ocean bike trail much more accessible, so anyone at any level of fitness can enjoy those amazing landscapes.
The Alps2Ocean bike trail is a 300-kilometer journey from Aoraki Mount Cook all the way down to Oamaru. But don't worry guys, we're not doing the whole thing today. We're just doing a sample of the journey, which is about 36 kilometers, starting from Lake Ohau and making our way, well, near Omarama. This section of the bike trail is an awesome day trip because we get such stunning views going through different parts of landscapes like forest, open tussock lands, and with constant views of the beautiful Lake Ohau, which is vibrant blue and surrounded by mountains. We're just doing a one-way section of this trail today where we don't have to backtrack, and Cycle Journeys are going to pick us up at the end of the trail, so that's all sorted for us.
It's a really cool and well-maintained track. It's wide enough for even beginners to be able to kind of play around without being too scared of falling off the ledge, and there is a lot of variety as well. Although we are most of the time in open landscapes seeing the beautiful views, there is a few sections which are in between the trees, and even those which are in middle of amazing amount of rocks are perfectly well maintained and anyone will be able to tackle them with ease. Despite the fact that we're carrying a huge backpack with our filming equipment, it is really easy for us to tackle this bike trail, and we really enjoy that. Usually bike trails are best enjoyed when it's not too hard and strenuous and you can still take in the view, or at least that's my conception of an awesome bike trail. The halfway point of the trail is also the highest one. It is 900 meters above sea level and gives us amazing panoramic views of our surroundings. It's really awesome. But the best thing about it is that from there, it's all downhill.
Before pelting down the mountain at full speed, we're going to take the time now to just embrace the views, get off our bikes, have a quick breather, obviously take some photos of this amazing landscape around us before we go and hit the downhill trails. This is definitely my favorite part of any bike trail, just letting gravity do its thing and just getting some serious speed as you go down the mountain. The complete Alps2Ocean bike trail encapsulates some of the best scenery in the South Island, starting with the mountainous landscapes of the Southern Alps and then making its way through the Waitaki Valley, which is full of really awesome fossils and unusual rock formations. We actually checked out the Waitaki Valley yesterday, so make sure to have a look at that video as well. And then the Alps2Ocean trail makes its way to the Pacific Ocean in the little town of Oamaru, which is another really quirky New Zealand town that we visited just a few days ago. So make sure you check out those videos as well. But for us now, we are on the home stretch of this trail that we're doing today. We have some really wide trails that we can both bike side by side and enjoy the amazing scenery around us together.
The whole scale of the surroundings and the beautiful landscape around us has been unmatched in a whole trip in New Zealand so far. We are in awe of how beautiful everything looks, and it's quite crazy that so little people actually get to enjoy it, because the Alps2Ocean trail is basically the only way to immerse yourself in those elements. And weirdly enough, we now arrive at one of the most isolated coffee shops in the whole country. Kiwis are absolutely crazy about their coffees, and it's not even a surprise to us to find that there is a coffee shop at the end of this track. So while Laura is playing with the adorable puppy, I'm ordering her some really sweet drinks. Laura is taking a coffee with hazelnut and I'm taking a hot chocolate. That is gonna help us replenish our sugar while we're having our lunch, because the sceneries were so good we actually forgot to eat. That's just how awesome this bike ride was. Guess what? Tomorrow I fucked up the itinerary and we have to backtrack over 300 kilometers. See you tomorrow.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now let's take a look at some of the comments and questions you guys had when we published this video the first time. So we had a comment from Chasing Adeline saying, wow, that looks like some amazing mountain biking. The scenery is super amazing. Yes, it really was. That's a really cool section to do. If you only have time to do one day of the Alps2Ocean cycle trail, then this is definitely a very scenic portion to do. And then Why in the World says, I think that is officially the shakiest NZ Pocket Guide video ever. Hashtag GoPro vibration. Yes, mountain biking. It's never the smoothest ride anyway. So we're just trying to give you a more, you know, authentic video experience, because it was really quite a shaky experience as well. And then we have a question from Lynn saying, where does the Alps2Ocean start? Was it where you guys were? So actually no, the Alps2Ocean bike trail actually starts in the Aroraki Mount Cook National Park and ends all the way in Oamaru on the coast. So where it actually starts in Mount Cook is from the what they call the White Horse Campground. It's a Department of Conservation campground in the national park. And actually this first section is quite short before you have to cross a river, and the only way to cross the river as part of the Alps2Ocean cycle trail is on a helicopter ride. So that's, as you can imagine, not the cheapest sort of start to a bike trail. So you can actually also start the trail. Once you get over the river, there is like some tracks and some roads sort of up the side of the Tasman River, and you can sort of start a little bit that way and maybe just skip that expensive helicopter trip if you don't want to do that. So yeah, that is everything for the comments and questions for this video. If you do have any comments of your own, of course you know where the comments are in the section below, so go ahead, and you can also join us during our live Q&A session that we do every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time, where we go through all your New Zealand travel questions in the live chat. Click on subscribe if you want to be part of that and get a notification, or at least click on the notification bell to get a notification of when we do those live sessions. And yeah, otherwise head to nzpocketguide.com where all the free information is waiting for you. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.